right, guys, welcome back to season 3, episode 15 of the Browns Place podcast. I'm Jeremy.
I'm Ryan.
All right, happy Memorial Day weekend to everyone. Kick off the summer, so to speak. Let's get right into it. NFL news. What do we got for NFL news?
Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, one and final, hopefully.
Yep, one last ride. No, thankfully, I think he confirmed it, right?
Yeah, he did confirm it, saying this will be his last one. So, I don't know. Is he held on too much? But we'll see.
I think it's good that it's the end.
We shall see. Did they draft a quarterback?
I don't remember.
Because that's pretty shitty almost to say, like, because, I mean, it's after the draft. I mean, if you're going to decide, you would think that you would decide before the draft, so, hey, they could pick up a quarterback or not. But, I mean, I don't know.
I think he wanted to go back to Mike McCarthy, too, right?
Yeah, that could be. So, top 10 NFL free agents still available. I didn't realize that they were still. Joey Bosa?
Yeah.
Bobby Wagner? Yeah. Stephon Diggs? Joe Bitonio?
Bitonio, the guard, yeah. Or tackle.
This guy, Deebo Samuel?
Yeah, he's free.
Von Miller. Yeah. But he's getting older, though. He's getting up there, yeah. Jadeveon Clowney.
Also getting older, yeah.
Yeah. Rasul Douglas?
Yeah, Rasul Douglas.
Cam Jordan, who was also getting older, but I don't know. And then Keenan Allen.
Yeah. So older guys.
Yeah, it's a bunch of older guys, but
big names though. Once upon a time, who would have thought, right?
Big names. I mean, Joey Bosa. I mean,
Joey Bosa, Von Miller, Bobby Wags, Stephon, Deebo. Yeah.
That's a lot of defense right there, right?
Yeah.
So what else NFL we got? Is that it?
I think that's pretty much it. OTA start soon or already started. I don't know. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
This is kind of, I don't know, kind of NFL, but kind of, no, I'll leave it to the end. All right.
I think I know what you're going to talk about. New York Giants? Yeah.
Ties in, but it doesn't tie in. So, no, this is entertainment news too. So, all right, let's get into, what do we got? NBA. Let's go NBA playoffs.
Oh, man. I mean, well, 1.5 great series. I'd say one great series and one great game from the other series. Otherwise, the other series hasn't been very good. But let's talk about the East. I mean, what about the Knicks, dude?
East first?
East, Knicks are up 3-0. I mean, they're about to punch their ticket to an NBA Finals for the first time in, what are we on, 30 years almost? More than 30 years, actually, I think. It was, when was the last time we went to the NBA Finals?
Oh, who knows? But I mean,
I don't know.
They really had have they had a test really?
This year, no.
Last series they went 4-0 against the Sixers, right?
Yeah.
And so series before that, they went 4-2 against the Hawks.
The Hawks, yeah.
So, no, I mean, they really haven't been tested at all. So
no, but I thought like Cleveland would be a great test. They have not been, and boy, is Jalen Brunson having his way with James Harden. He is doing horrific things to James Harden, and it's just like shocking. And listen, James Harden.
Well, should James Harden be guarding Jalen Brunson?
No, James Harden shouldn't be guarding anyone. Here's what I'll say: James Harden is a Hall of Famer, one of the best two guards we've ever seen offensively. But Jesus, his legacy, man, in terms of his playoff performances and how horrific they've been throughout his career, is something that will be held against him forever. There's guys out there who've never won a championship. CP, Reggie Miller, Charles Barkley, never won a championship, but I don't think we've ever knocked anything that they've done because of them not winning championships, right? I don't think we've ever said, oh, it's because of their game or something they've done wrong why they didn't win a championship. Usually it's just because they didn't have the team. But geez, you cannot say that about James Harden, because James Harden has had some great teams and some stinky ass performances, and here we are again. Granted, he's old,
and he's moved around a lot. I mean, he's gone from team to team, so it's not like he hasn't had options.
Yeah,
So
and he's been on some damn good teams too.
yeah,
But yeah, I mean, I listen. I've never been a huge James Harden advocate, but I've always respected him because he was incredible offensively. But oh man, Jalen Brunson is just doing horrendous things to him right now in this series. He is absolutely tearing him to shreds. But good for the Knicks. I mean, they're doing what they're supposed to be doing. They're dominating, right? So
yeah. No, I mean it's good. I mean, because I don't think no one had the Knicks, right? I think everyone was thinking Celtics or
thinking Celtics or Pistons. That's who I was thinking.
yeah. I
That's
mean,
who I was thinking. But I mean, dude, like Jalen Brunson, he doesn't get talked about enough. He's a top 5 guard in the league, and I think that you could say probably top 3. I would argue it. You could argue he's top 3. Um,
huge scorer, just a huge scorer.
yeah, I mean, like defensively, he's not doing
Big
anything
scorer.
for you, but offensively, like he can score with the best of them.
Oh yeah.
He's incredible, and I mean, Mikal Bridges has gotten a lot of flack this year, but that guy is Iron Man. He plays every game. He runs constantly. He's everywhere. He's done great things for him. I'd like to see more. If they're gonna win, Cat has to do more. He scored like 13 points in our last game in 36 minutes. He has to do more because
Well, he doesn't need to do any more in the series. I mean, they're
not in
doing.
this series. No, they could.
Yeah, he's doing nothing right now.
Yeah, he can take a mini
So,
vacation because this series is over. But when they face OKC or San Antonio, he's gonna have to do something because he's gonna have his hands full. But kudos to the Knicks. Josh Hart. I've always loved a Josh Hart.
big game,
I just
big
love
game
Josh Hart.
guy. Yeah,
I just love his game. I mean,
yeah.
like his scoring is never going to be consistent. He's not putting up 30 every night for you, but nobody's going to hustle more. He's going to do things on both ends to help out. He's going to make dirty plays. Like
Who would you
not like a
compare
dirty
him
player.
to? Would you compare Josh Hart to? Like in one of like the Lakers, dominant runs or the Bulls dominant runs, would he
I
be?
mean, listen, I'm not comparing him to Dennis Rodman, but he does things that Dennis Rodman would do in terms of like just crashing the board. Like maybe Dennis Rodman on the Pistons of just like crashing the boards all the time and was just a pest.
Thinking like maybe more of like a Ron Harper for the Bulls.
He could be like a Ron Harper, or he was like what about for the Lakers? I mean, for the Lakers, he was kind of like Ron Artest.
Yeah,
A little bit.
Yeah,
He was kind of like Ron Artest. I think like
yeah.
Ron was a better, or Meta, whatever you want to call him, was a better defender for sure.
Yeah.
But it's just kind of like that. You just like you need those guys that make that that do that dirty work. They just do the nasty stuff that other guys just don't have it in them to do.
Yeah.
So big fan of Josh Hart. Shout out to Josh Hart.
No, I don't think he gets his flowers. I don't think he gets enough for that. So, I think Brunson and Bridges and Towns, overshadows everything. But yeah, I mean, I mean, he's definitely could be the heart of that team.
Yeah, and Landry Shamet. What about Landry Shamet? Yeah, I see what you did there. Yeah. What about Landry Shamet? Huge games, this huge series. Guys just knocking it down from beyond the like they're clicking, man. They're killing Cleveland.
Yeah, so I mean, New York, what we said, beat 4-2 Hawks, and then 4-0 Knicks, and now they're up 3-0 Cavs.
Yeah,
or, not 4-0 Knicks, but 4-0 Sixers, and now they're 3-0 Cavs. So if they win, and then I mean, they could have only lost 2 games, going into the finals.
Yeah,
and then going to the West, you got OKC 2-1.
Yeah, and how great!
Surprising game 1 loss, I think. What did you think game 1?
I think it's always surprising when OKC loses in OKC because that place is impossible to lose at or win at. But Jesus, what a game. Like a ridiculous double overtime game. Wemby just showing us what he can be, or what he is, I guess. But I mean, the series is what it was advertised to be. This is what we wanted, to be fair. Well, what most people. I wanted the Lakers to be in there, but from a non-biased perspective, from a basketball fan perspective, you wanted the 2 best teams. They're clearly the 2 best teams in the league, I think, and they are going head to head, and it's been a show.
Dude, Knicks are probably hoping that. I mean, they're hoping that thing goes all 7.
And I would not be shocked if it goes all 7. And I don't know if are both teams going to survive going all 7? I have no idea, dude.
I don't know.
Like bodies are falling. There's been multiple injuries to big players.
Yeah.
But it's been fun. It's been fun to watch. Thunder up 2-1 now, yeah, but
Yeah.
game 4
So
tonight.
Spurs beat the Timberwolves 4-2. Thunder beat the Lakers 4-0. So, but I mean, Knicks, I mean, just in that conference series, Pistons and Cavs went 7 games and they took theirs in 4. So
Yeah.
they were able to rest for, you know, 3+ games, right?
Yeah.
And so now it's going to happen to the same thing in the Eastern Conference and Western Conference. They could be done in 4 while the other one goes 7. So
Yeah.
they're going to be well rested. So,
Yeah.
or they could be at least. So, um, yeah, no, I hate to say that West is almost like the championship, right? I mean, it's just,
It's what it feels like. It feels like the
yeah,
finals.
yeah, yeah.
Um,
Um,
it does. Yeah.
I mean, too bad it can't be the finals because I mean, who knows how the finals is going to be, right? That might be the best
I mean,
matchup.
we said that, to be fair, we said this
So,
last year. We said Thunder, was it Thunder and T-Wolves, I think, in the Western Conference Finals last year? We
yeah.
said, or maybe it
Yeah.
was Thunder and Nuggets, and we said that might be the finals, and then we got 7 games from the
Yeah.
Pacers and Thunder. So who knows?
So are you giving the Knicks a chance against either one of those two West teams,
No.
or is it still
No.
coming? Still, winner comes out of the West.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
so, because I don't think anybody can beat the Thunder, to be fair, in a 7-game series. And with the Spurs, I mean, they're almost identical, just with less depth. So who's going to stop Wemby on the Knicks team?
Yeah, I
To be
mean,
honest, let's be honest, nobody.
as
Mitchell
long as long as
Robinson, no.
as long as Wemby doesn't get hurt, or as long as he doesn't get tossed out of games, um, you know.
Yeah, well, there's that too. But I mean, listen, like Wemby hasn't played. He had a great first game, but he has not had a good game 2 or 3. Um, so we'll see what they can do.
Yeah. So, so yeah, there we go on that. NBA W is off and kicking off.
Yeah.
Season is roaring. So, um,
Yeah, I've seen some big time games from. I haven't watched a whole lot of it, but I've seen some big time games from big players. I mean, I've seen like Asia's done her thing. Cam Brink had a big game against the
yeah,
Fever.
yeah.
Kelsey Plum had a huge game against the
Oh,
Aces,
Aces
or
little
Cam
payback.
Brink
Yeah,
versus Aces.
yeah,
Yeah, and I saw Cece had a pretty good game
yeah.
a couple nights ago against
The Valkyries. Yep,
Valkyries. Yeah, that's right.
yep, yep.
So I haven't been watching a whole lot, but I've seen some big stuff from big players. That's what you want to see, right?
Yeah. No, I mean, I would say rookie of the year. I mean, if you're looking into it right now with what 6 games in or 7 games in,
Yeah.
Olivia Miles. I mean, I thought she was number one, and she's playing like a number one. So,
Yeah.
what do you think about AZ not even starting?
It's
The
kind of weird.
number one pick, not in the starting
Yeah,
five.
it's just like it's gonna cause what it's caused. It's gonna cause this discourse of like, was she just drafted for Paige? Which she obviously wasn't, because we know AZ
No,
was a
because
hell of
she
a
can
good
score.
player.
Right? Yeah,
Right.
yeah, yeah.
But when are we gonna actually get to see her play? Is
Yeah.
that ever gonna happen? It's weird to treat your number one overall player like this when they're healthy. But I don't know. We'll see.
I mean, she just dropped 24 with the win over New York. So,
Did she?
Gabrielle, yeah, Gabrielle Yaquez starting for the Sky, having a good little season too. She had
Okay.
a 20-point game. So,
Yeah.
Kiki Rice is starting for Toronto. So, I mean, yeah, I mean, but Olivia Miles, I mean, she's trouble. She is just absolutely trouble. And I've always liked her game. Um, but yeah, no, she's doing good. So. 6 man or 6 woman, I guess. Kennedy Carter.
Is
Have
it?
you seen have you seen some of her numbers coming off the bench?
I really
Like
haven't. No.
20 plus points, just killing it. Yeah.
Dude, I mean, she's always been a good player. She just was a
Just a
dirty player.
scoring machine right now. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
for not being in the league last year and then, getting a chance to come back, but yeah, I mean,
And let's be honest, she probably should have been in the league last year.
yeah.
There
Yeah.
are teams that could have used her without question. But, whatever.
Well, look at the Sky. I mean, they pretty much tore up that whole team, right? I mean, you
Yeah.
got Skylar Diggins on there.
Yeah.
you still got Cordoza,
Cardoza, yeah.
but I mean, yeah, it's just
And
Natasha,
Rakia Jackson's there still, but
yeah, oh,
or
torn
not still,
ACL,
but no. Oh, did she? Wow, I didn't know
yeah,
that.
torn
Wow,
ACL,
that
so out
sucks.
for the
Okay,
year. So that's
okay,
big
never
news.
mind.
So Natasha Cloud. So I mean, they've rebuilt that team. They get rid of Me Bounds, and then um, yeah. So I mean,
Nice.
it's just the two tall, I guess, wonders of the world just didn't work, and I think just the culture in that didn't work, and they like revamped it. But I mean, they're a tough
Yeah,
team.
three and
So
three, right? Yeah.
yeah. So all right, let's get into some MLB. This one always,
Yeah, I think we're both gonna hate this segment. Well, oh god. All right. Well, I'll start. I got a lot of hold. I've been trying to hold off and like using them for our last segment, but um, I just don't understand them. We just beat the White Sox in this 3-game series, but we just had lost 4 straight. Got swept by the Diamondbacks in a series where we probably should have taken 2 out of 3. Um, yeah, I'm talking about the San Francisco Giants. Everybody knows I hate them.
everyone knows that you're talking about the San
Yeah,
Francisco
I
Giants.
hate them. My opinion, again, I got to hold some of this back. I mean, season's over already. We're in May. Season's over. We're not going anywhere.
No.
The and our biggest probably trade asset, or who was our biggest trade asset, is now terrible. All of a sudden, he got rocked in Arizona. He pitched horribly today against Chicago White Sox. Robbie Ray. We have to act fast. As soon as he has a good start, ship him away.
Yeah,
Because
I don't even know if you wait till the trade deadline. I'd say
no,
if you
no,
can get to June 1st and he gives you a quality start, you
as
start shopping him
dude,
now.
as soon as he has one good
Yeah.
start, he has to be gone. Because there's no saving this series. This season. It's over. Ship him now before we lose everything and get nothing back. Because he's already showing his arm is messed up or fatigued, and we're in May. I don't know what his deal is, but I'm over Robbie Ray experiment. Um, and then the back end of our rotation is horrendous with Maley and Hauser. I'm sick of watching them play baseball. I didn't
I,
like when we
I
signed
think
them.
I think Maley's on the trade block for sure too. So
There's nothing to trade. We need to DFA
well,
him. He's got a 6 ERA. There's no trading him.
someone
Um,
will pick him up. I mean,
uh,
you just gotta get rid of him. You gotta get rid of that. I
or
mean,
throw him in the bullpen. Just anything to keep him out of the starting rotation because he's horrendous. Hauser's horrendous too. And that was a terrible contract. I didn't like it at the beginning of the season.
all
Um,
right. So what about your big names? What about like the big one that I think almost has to go is Chapman.
I think so too. I think I'm over it. I'm over this little experiment. Now, of course, he's starting to hit the ball better, but he's got 1 home run. And I've seen him make a couple errors now in this past week, and he's, I think, like 3rd in errors committed. So I'm just about, and I'm a huge Matt Chapman fan, and I've always been. But I think I'm over that because right now we have a guy who's knocking on his door, and we're trying to move him around so he can play different positions. But he's playing like an all-star in Casey Schmidt, who needs to be
Yeah.
playing over Matt Chapman. And anything to get our rookie to play baseball, I don't understand what needs to happen. Again, I'm going to go more into this, so I can't rant. But yes, I agree with you. Matt Chapman needs to go.
I think Chapman has to go. I think Maley has to go. I think Robbie Ray has to go. I think Harrison Bader has to go. And I think seriously, if you can unload the other 2 big contract, I don't think you're going to be able to. But if you can get something for those other 2 big ones, Adamas and Devers, you at least look at it.
I think Willie Adames, yes. I think Rafi Devers, no. I still think no. I think people jump to conclusion. I think it looks worse when your team's playing bad and you're playing bad, right? And now we're going to talk about him later because
No,
something
no, no. I
happened
mean,
recently.
because I
But
mean, at the end of the year, his stats might be right
they're going
where
to be
they
what they
probably
are.
fall in.
They're
But
going to
do
be
you
where they
want to
are.
have that for 7 more years on this in this organization,
Yeah,
or
because okay,
can you reload, now and try to get something for him?
but what are we going to do that produces what he does? Or get that produces what he does, right? I don't think we get anything.
Well,
That's the thing.
can you get younger? Can you get draft picks? Can you get, I don't know.
But
You know,
even if we get younger or get draft picks, are any of those going to be what Rafi can be or is? I just don't think so. Because at the end of the day, your lineup needs guys who can hit the ball over the fence now, right? It's not like when we were in 2010, in 08, 2010, or 2010, 2012, and 2014, right? When we could just play small ball, we got timely hits, and we just did what we did, and we can live without a guy hitting 30 home runs. That's not how the game is anymore. So I'm not in favor of trading Rafi Devers. I've always thought it was an exaggeration, but we'll talk about him later because I got stuff to say. But Willie Adames, yeah, I think he could get shipped away too. I'm over. I'll talk about him too.
and then I also think that you listen to Logan Webb offers too.
I think they should. It's insane, but I
trust
disagree.
me. I mean, I know as Giants fans, and there's plenty around here in the Bay Area, but I mean, you guys are you're holding on to something that isn't. I mean, this is just a bad team, bad organization right now. So
yeah,
it's just there's no identity, there's no vision, there's no nothing. So if you're going to keep these guys, in 1 year we're going to be in the same boat because we were in the same boat last year. Next year we're going to be talking about the same thing. So where's that next step to growing and becoming the A's or becoming the White Sox or whatever, and taking that step forward?
here's my only thing with trading Logie. If it's like a ridiculous offer, I think you have to listen to it. But one, he makes nothing. Like he's cheap, especially in today's market. And two, I think he still has another 3 years left.
Yeah.
So you don't have to do that now. You could do that if we're still in the same
I just think
with
starting pitching being a prime, and if you can get a pretty good haul for a guy that's got 3 more controllable years and that's pretty cheap.
That's what I'm saying.
I think you listen.
Yeah, if it's insane,
I don't think anyone's untouchable on that team.
No, I don't want anybody to be untouchable except for the young guy. That's it. I don't really want to.
So what about Eldridge?
Again, I'm in a tough spot because I can't talk about it yet, but he needs to play. Okay, let's just leave it there.
Kruko is harsh on Eldridge right now.
Yeah, Mike is harsh on Eldridge, but
Kruko is saying he's not ready. He shouldn't be up here.
He needs to play every single day. All day. He needs to play. Okay. There is no other thing to say about it except for later. That's all I'll say. He needs to play.
Well, when you guys are 11 and a half, well, same thing with Arias, right? I mean, obviously he's probably your,
he is our second, maybe our best
right?
player.
Yeah. But I mean, and he's got a couple home runs too, which is odd. So,
well, he went from having 0 and then he hit a home run in back-to-back games. So,
and he's just not the home run hitter. So it's just, but
he's exceptional.
He's just that contact guy that,
But not even. Now he's a great defender too. Elite defender.
Which is good because I think you can probably trade him.
And we will. We will. Yeah. I don't want to. I'd rather extend him, but we should trade him. There's too many people. So, yeah.
So, I'm with you. I think Eldridge you guys are 11 and a half games out right now, right?
Yeah. So what are we?
I mean, you're talking coming June next week. It's just.
What are we waiting for?
Yeah, I just don't see it.
Like, am I waiting to watch Matt Chapman hit 200 with 1 home run? I'd rather not.
Yeah, I say you play Eldridge and just let him learn. So
again, I'll talk about it more later.
All right. So real quick, let's go to the standings. American East, you got Tampa Bay in first, New York Yankees 4.5, Toronto 10.5, which is surprising. Baltimore 12 and Boston 13. You know who you guys should have kept is a guy named Kyle Harris.
Well, but you can't blame us though because again, I'll talk about it later.
Okay,
I'll talk about it later.
Central. Well, because Boston. Oh yeah. So Cleveland in the Central, first place. Chicago White Sox 4 back. Minnesota 5. KC 9 back, and then Detroit 11 games back.
Yeah.
Tariq Skubal.
Did you see they have the worst record in the last
Who
82 games?
who is renting Tariq Skubal?
I still hope we do it. We have
And
nothing to play
that
for,
is
but
just
I
going to
would
be a
love to do it.
massive haul he's going to take in for 2.5 months of play. I mean, you're definitely shopping him. I mean, there's no way you're.
You might as well.
AL West, your Sacramento, Las Vegas, Oakland A's first place still.
Yeah.
I keep waiting for them to drop, but I mean, they're still in first place. Texas game and a half, Seattle 2 games, Houston 4 games. Thank you, Chicago, and Angels 7.5. So Angels, what are you doing with Mike Trout?
What they should have done 10 years ago.
Just what are we doing? I mean, yeah.
Talk about ruining a guy's career.
Yeah, that's just well. I mean, and if you're Mike Trout, why aren't you saying something and saying, "Hey"?
I don't think that's who he is.
Either you guys do this, or I'm demanding a trade.
I don't think that's who he is. I don't think he's that kind of guy.
You think
I
just
think he
wants to
should
lose
be
every year?
I think he's like, I'm not a guy who just goes up and demands a trade and holds a organization by the balls, but he should be, because what they've done to him is ruin his career.
I mean, yeah, I mean, it's just bad. So National League, Atlanta, then Philadelphia 10 games, Washington 10 games, Miami 11.5, and then New York Mets 14. So that tells you right there that you can't buy a team because, I mean, either.
Well, I disagree. I think
Mets are 14 games back. I mean,
I think there's just teams who are better at buying teams than other teams. Clearly, the Mets are not very good at it.
So, I mean, what about Philly? Are you still holding on, thinking that you can?
Well, what? They're over 500 now, aren't they?
No, 26-27.
Oh, okay. I mean, they're still going to be. Listen, division's over. Give it to Atlanta. But they'll still be in a wild card race for sure.
Okay. NL Central.
Oh boy,
this is chapping my ass, man. Milwaukee Brewers top first place. St. Louis game and a half. Left on base, worst in runners scoring position. Chicago Cubs 2.5 out. Cincinnati 4 and Pittsburgh 4.5. We were in first place a week ago. We were 20-5 in 25 game span, and now we've lost 8 in a row. A team that has won 15 straight home games is now 2-8 in their last 10, and we'll talk more about that. West, you got Dodgers, San Diego 1 game back, Arizona 4.5. I mean, Arizona too. They're kind of teetering. It's like, what are you going to do, right? Do you do something with Ketel Marte?
I wish they had done it before last week, because Jesus. But yeah, I think you
and then Merrill Kelly. I mean, they've got some.
Yeah, they have guys they can trade. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know why they don't.
I think they're just right on that cusp of, you know, what do we do? Do we still go for the wild card or do we sell off? It's just,
yeah,
I don't know. And then you got Giants 11.5, and then Colorado at 13.5 out. So that is your MLB standings.
Yeah.
Anything else MLB before, which I'm sure we're going to talk about again?
Yeah, we'll talk about more. I just want to say, I've told you this pretty much my entire life, but if I have to see Nolan Arenado on my screen facing my team anymore ever again, I'm going to cry. The guy is 100 years old, and he still whoops my team's ass every single time. I don't get it. That's all I'll say, though.
Dude, I'm glad he's back in the West because he was a Cub killer for us when he was in St. Louis. So, I mean, he's just go to the East or something, I guess, or go to the American League or something. I don't know.
Go to Mexico. I don't want him in the MLB anymore, dude. I don't want him where I could face him anymore. I'm over it.
I am with you on that one.
So, anyways, that's it.
Oh, going back to NBA, Jason Kidd out as Mavericks coach after 5 years.
Yeah, Jason Kidd gone. They also announced first team all defense.
Oh, what about Shea?
and
Also,
they're announcing All NBA as we speak. Actually, uh, Shea also did win his second consecutive
yeah.
MVP. In my opinion, I don't think it was really a debate. With the first three, with the three finalists. Um, but yeah. Anyways, people like to have their opinion. I'll speak on it on some stuff later, but I mean, Shea was so obviously supposed to win MVP this year. I don't understand the conversation.
I guess the got to be better segment's gonna be a long one. All right, we
It
better
won't be
go
that
through
long.
some.
I'll save it, but yeah.
All right, what else we got? NHL playoffs.
NHL.
There
We
we
have
go.
West Finals, East Finals,
Yeah,
Vegas. How about Vegas? They play later tonight, but they are up
Vegas
2-0,
Knights.
right? 2-0
Yeah,
against the Avalanche,
yeah.
which I don't know. I think that's a surprise as somebody who doesn't watch a lot of hockey, admittedly, but see some stuff here and there. Avalanche had to have been probably favorites to run away with the cup this year, or at least get into the finals. And here they are, backs against the wall.
Yeah, 2-0
Um,
down. Yeah.
2-0 down, going back to Vegas. Oof. And
I
then
mean, I
there's
mean they were both one seeds, so
yeah, but they were
yeah,
drastically different records.
yeah.
And then there's what Montreal and
You got Canadians and Hurricanes.
yeah, Canadians and Hurricanes. So
Is
and
it
that's been
Montreal Canadiens and then is it Florida Hurricanes?
no,
Is
it's
that who it is?
I think it's South Carolina Hurricanes, isn't it? Or Carolina Hurricanes.
Carolina Hurricanes. That's right,
Um,
Carolina
yeah,
Hurricanes. Yeah.
and I've been catching bits and pieces of that
That
series,
one's
and
tied 1-1.
that
So
series
yeah,
has been wild from the start. So again, I don't know a whole lot about hockey, which probably should, seeing that we run a sports podcast. But
I
who
get
knows?
more into it when we get into the
Yeah,
championship.
but we say that during the regular season. You say we'll get more into it during the
We wait
playoffs.
to the playoffs and
I
then
think
yeah,
at the
and
end
then
of
the
the day, we're
preseason.
gonna start giving NHL the NASCAR treatment. But in
Yeah.
reality, it's been pretty fun from what I've seen. So yeah, we'll see what happens.
All right. What about golf? Any golf news? Wyndham
Byron
Clark won
Nelson.
today.
Yeah, Will Clark won. Byron Nelson 30, 30 under. Did you see the final posting?
Dude, some of those scores, it's like, what are we doing?
Just
I hate,
30 nothing.
I get these, these guys are pros and they're good, but do we really need to see them being 30 under? Do
Yeah,
I need to see, 12 birdies?
I
And
know.
I'm out there struggling trying to get 3 today, and these guys are just, shooting 30 under. And it's
30
like, come
under.
on.
Also, we didn't mention it, but PGA Championship.
Yeah.
How about Aaron? Is it Ray or
Aaron
Rye?
Rye? Rye.
Rye?
Yeah.
Rye?
Yeah.
How about
Yeah.
Aaron Rye, dude? Um,
Do you like the 2 gloves, the 2
no,
black gloves?
I don't like the two gloves. I don't like the iron covers. I don't like any of it. But
Oh, you don't like the iron covers.
no, don't
Did
like
you
any
hear
of it.
why? Did you hear why he does the iron covers?
No.
Because he grew up not very wealthy, and so his parents were able to get what he could for irons, and so he treated those bad boys like gold. So he always covered them, and so that's why he continues with the iron covers.
Cute story. You are a millionaire. Take them off. Like, I respect the journey. Good for you. Take that shit off. I don't want to see it. But I mean, for everything I've seen, he seems like a cool guy. Cool guy. I saw some of the, like, post
And
match,
his
post round
wife,
interviews and stuff like that.
is good at golf too. So
Yeah, I saw his wife's a dart. So,
yeah,
yeah, good for him, man. I always like when a sleeper goes out and wins a major. It was like JJ Spawn last year.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
and it changed his life, and all of a sudden he's competing. It feels like.
Oh, dude, did you see what they what did, I think I forgot to save that. So what he gets, I mean, dude, he gets a ton of stuff just for winning that.
And right?
Like yeah,
Yeah,
like exemptions for,
yeah,
the majors and his tour card and
right.
all this other stuff that he gets for it just by winning that. So
Exactly.
yeah,
Take the
no, I
iron
mean
covers off. Exactly. Exactly.
um yeah, but I mean, yeah, just crazy. So yeah, yeah, I mean it was a good tournament, right? I mean,
Yeah, it was a tough tournament.
yeah.
Like, guys were out there fighting. Final winning score was 9 under over 4 rounds. So It was a nasty, and it started off rocky.
And that's the way I think it should be in a major.
Me too. I agree.
Obviously,
30 under at the Byron Nelson. Yeah, no, I agree. But yeah, good for Aaron Rye. Shout out him. See if he keeps it going. I don't know if I want to see that 2-glove stuff anymore, but I'd be in favor of him keeping a little streak going. I don't think he played this week, but yeah, shout out Aaron.
No, he probably took the week off.
Yeah.
You can't hate the 2 gloves. Come on.
I definitely can. But I respect the game. I respect him, but I don't need to look at that.
But I mean, there was where is PGA? I mean, John Rahm was right there, second place.
Rahm was in there. Yeah, was in there fighting. 6. Yeah.
Smalley -6, and he made a huge putt, which got him a ton of money too, because he would have been third, but then now he's tied for second, which cuts into Rahm's money.
Yeah.
Justin Thomas sighting tied for 4.
Yeah, JT had a really good week. He's had an underrated season a little bit. He's been playing well.
He was injured early, so he started off late.
But since he's been back, he's been playing well.
Shoffley tied for 7th. Rory tied for 7th.
Yeah.
J Rose top 10. Patrick Reed top 10. Chris Goddard up top 10. So Scheffler for 14th. I guess is that more surprising than Scheffler was at 14 versus Aaron Rye at 1? I don't know. So
I don't know. For Scotty, that's a last place finish though, So who knows?
So and then you got Memorial coming up in a couple weeks, I think, and then I don't know what's
then. I mean, the next major is not until U.S.
June,
Open,
right?
Yeah,
like mid-June.
I think so. Yeah.
Is that the one at Shinnecock?
Is it Shinnecock again this year?
I thought it was.
Might be.
I could be wrong.
We'll know when it's closer.
Yeah. All right, and then tennis. French Open?
We are in the French Open officially. I think first round was today. Upset. Taylor Fritz is out already. Insanity. So that's the big upset, at least I've seen from the men's side. But yeah, we're full go in terms of Roland Garros finally.
So will Sinner repeat, and will Coco Gauff repeat?
Well, Sinner lost it last year, but he will win this year. No Carlos to hold him up.
Yeah.
Coco, I always like Coco on clay. She always seems to do well on clay, and I still think it's her in arena probably. I still think if it comes down to her in arena, I think she's going to win on clay because I don't think arena's as good on clay as Coco is, and we know that. But if arena won it, would I be surprised? No, I would not.
She's favored to win it.
Of course she is. She can be favored to win everything. But
Sinner and Sabalenka favored to win the U.S. or the French Open.
Yeah, Yanni is going to win this French Open. He's going to complete that Grand Slam this year, or this 2 weeks.
Has there been any other than who'd you say that lost?
Taylor Fritz.
Yeah. By an American too. American beat the American.
An unranked American, yeah.
Oh yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Fritz was number 7.
It's a pretty absurd loss there.
Okay. So yeah, French Open up and roaring. Wee. What else we got? Let me see if I have anything else before we start getting into what about Johnny Manziel wins his first MMA fight against some other guy? They look like 2 overweight dads just going at it, and it's just I'm glad I did not pay for it and I only watched the highlight because that was
I'm glad I didn't even watch the highlight.
Yeah. I have some more before we get into. Oh, speaking of NASCAR, what about Kyle Busch?
I forgot about that. Yeah, Kyle Busch,
He
tragic. Yeah,
dies at 41, and I guess complication with pneumonia
pneumonia. Yeah, yeah, very sad.
at 41. I mean,
Yeah,
Jesus Christ. So,
yeah,
um, yeah, that one was surprising, and
very
he's an
surprising, very
icon.
sad. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody know. I mean, we don't even watch NASCAR. We make fun of
No.
NASCAR.
Yeah.
Even we know who Kyle Busch is, dude. Yeah,
Yeah.
we know like those
Absolutely.
big names for sure. Kyle Busch, Jeff
Yeah.
Gordon, right? But yeah.
Um. All right. I think that's sports stuff.
Well,
Entertainment. What do we got? Whoa.
before we go
We got
in,
more sports stuff.
they just announced the All NBA teams.
Oh,
First team,
what do we got?
SGA,
Okay.
SGA, Joker, Wemby, Cade Cunningham, and Luca. First team. Uh, Second team, we got Jalen Brown, Kawhi Leonard, Kevin Durant, Jalen Brunson, Donnie Mitchell. And third team, we got Tyrese Maxey, Jamal Murray, Jalen Johnson, Jalen Duran, and Chet Holmgren. So I'm sure there will be some discourse around it. There always is. But first
Yeah.
team, I think I agree with fully. Uh, like completely. I don't think anybody's debating SGA, Jokic, Wemby, Luca, and Cade. Those are your top 5 in terms of MVP. I think the third team is the one that's going to cause a lot of sparks and debates, and even some guys who are in the second team versus third team, blah 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 blah. Like, how about Jalen Johnson and Jamal Murray making the third team?
Yeah, that's
No Anthony Edwards. I think he missed too much time, but I mean, I don't know. There's going to be some guys that left off there that maybe we should have included. But, anyways,
no LeBron.
oh, I don't. Was he eligible? I don't think he was eligible. I think he missed too many games.
Did he?
Did he? I don't know. No, but I didn't think. I personally, I didn't think LeBron should. Well, I don't know. You could probably always put him in. I don't know. What do I know? I don't know.
All right. All right. Entertainment. What do we got for entertainment?
Well, slight
Got a
shout out.
few.
There's a slight shout out. A movie came out last week. This movie, it's a horror movie called Obsession. Listen to this. This budget, they had a budget of it was like $730,000. That was their budget for the entire film. It has grossed over $100 million already in a week.
The only thing I heard about it was a horror film, and why is a horror film coming out in spring or slash summer? Because that's not usually when horror films come out, right?
No, sometimes it is. Usually it's like the beginning part of the year and the end of the year is when these movies come out. And we're in like a huge horror wave right now. It's already been like a massive year for horror films. But yeah, how about that? $700,000 budget and you make over $100 million.
That's pretty good profit.
Yeah, pretty remarkable. I mean, that's life changing, game changing. Yeah. That's going to become a franchise. Probably already has, just like that.
All right. What else?
That's all I got.
Some of you guys might be too young for this, but Mark Furman, the detective at the center of the O.J. Simpson murder trial, dead at 74. He was the white detective that everyone says that was maybe racist.
Yeah.
So, again, you guys are probably too young for this. That one I'll keep for later. This one is The Late Show has ended after 32 years.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Stephen Colbert.
Yeah.
With the effects of maybe political involvement streaming into, I don't know.
I mean, I don't think the ratings were great, but yeah, still.
But I mean, it's still an iconic show. I mean, The Late Show.
Oh,
right?
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
Geez. Yeah. So, and then I had someone else. What else? Jason Biggs and Jenny Mullen split after 18 years of marriage. Jason Biggs, known for American Pie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Not sure why I put that on there, but it was entertainment. So, not that I'm basking in their, marriage or divorce, but yeah, that's all I had for entertainment. That's it. All right. Gotta be better. Let's
try to keep it short. Right. SGA. Let's talk about it. I've been putting it off because at the end of the day, SGA is the best player in the world. He's hard to watch sometimes, though. And I say this as somebody who also is in support of somebody else two guys, you could argue three, who are also can be hard to watch in today's current NBA environment, in Luka, Austin, and sometimes LeBron. There's a whole lot of flopping with those three every single day. What?
Did you say sometimes LeBron? I would think he's worse than Reeves with flopping.
No, he's nowhere near as bad as Austin is. But I watch a lot more Lakers games, so trust me. But nonetheless, they flop a lot. SGA though, dude, it's gotten bad. And it gets bad the higher the level gets in terms of national televised games and playoffs, but it's gotten bad enough to where it's all we can talk about. And it's unfortunate because he is the best player in the world.
But are they not calling technical fouls on him now? Because I thought flopping was technical foul.
They can't control it. They can't control it. They have no control. There's no consistency, and that's a great segue into my next gotta be better. Referees could be on here every single episode. Referees, umpires, officials, they could all be on here every single episode. They're horrible. They're horrible. In this series alone, in terms of the West, watching Victor Wembanyama literally get his arm yanked off, damn near, by Hartenstein, who, no offense to Isaiah Hartenstein, is a damn good player. I want him. But he can't stop Wemby. And people are acting like he's stopping Wemby. He's not stopping Wemby. He's holding Wemby. Chet isn't strong enough to hold Wemby, so that's why he struggles against Wemby. Hartenstein is strong enough to hold, and people are like, oh, they're stopping. No, the only way to stop Wemby is to hold Wemby. That's the truth. And the refs are not calling it. But then they're calling these little baby ridiculous fouls like Harrison Barnes, who's just standing there and gets bumped into, and they call a foul on Harrison Barnes. It's ridiculous. This is the Western Conference Finals. Eastern Conference Finals too, they suck. But that's it for those two. And then my last one, I was already kind of talking about before, the San Francisco Giants. They're, in my opinion, the laughingstock of the league. They are the worst team to watch in baseball. And this comes as somebody who's loved them pretty much his entire life. Where to start? You could say the Rafi Devers trade. You could start. And I love Rafi. I think we need him. I want to keep him. But what Kyle Harrison is doing right now is a incredible example of how terrible we are at developing players as an organization, and how terrible we've been at developing players for 12 plus years now, 10 plus years now, or 20 plus years now. Who knows? However long since Buster and Bum came up, pretty much. That's how terrible we've been at developing players.
Because you guys wrote him off, right? I mean, he was just. Was he even on the major league level, or was he even on the?
Yeah.
Or was he down in triple? He was in the majors?
He was with us. Yeah, he was with us. Now, again, you could say Boston did the same thing too, but Boston, I'd like to not be grouped with Boston. So, yeah, disaster in terms of that. So there's that. We're doing the same thing again with Bryce Eldridge. We don't want to play him every single day. Why? I don't understand. I guess we'd much rather watch a guy hit 200 with one home run, or multiple guys hit nothing. Will Brennan, all respect to Will Brennan, he has no business playing on this team over Bryce Eldridge. I know he's an outfielder. I don't care. Throw Casey Schmidt in the outfield. I don't care if our outfield defense gets worse. We suck. Bryce Eldridge needs to play. It's ridiculous. Or Drew Gilbert, who I like Drew Gilbert. He has no business playing over Bryce Eldridge. None. It's ridiculous. So there's that. And then organization's a disaster. Yeah, I talked about that, but the players also are a disaster. And I want to say...
Does this stem from Buster, or is it higher up?
Higher up, but Buster's not done a good job either, because we didn't sign a starting pitcher when we needed to. We didn't sign a closer, which cost us against the Diamondbacks. And the pitchers that we did sign are terrible, and we should have just had the younger guys pitch over them. Carson Wisdenhunt should be pitching right now. Blake Tidwell should be starting right now. It's a disaster. And they're all better than Tyler Mahle and Adrian Hauser, who are dog water. So there's that. And then there is the players. And I'm not going to include Tony Vitello on this Gotta Be Better, because it's not Tony's fault. Now, people could say he shouldn't have played Matt Gage in that situation against Ketel Marte that gave up the walk-off home run, and then there's been other little things. Tony Vitello has managed 50 games in the MLB, and Matt Gage pitching against Ketel Marte was the right decision. Ketel Marte had one home run all season, batting right-handed. Historically, yes, he's better right-handed, but he had one home run all season. Who would have thought that Ketel Marte would have golfed one out for a walk-off home run?
I was gonna say it wasn't like it was a pitch right down the middle.
No, it was a golf.
It
was a golf swing, because all he does is tear us to shreds. So, whatever. I don't blame Tony for anything. It's not his fault. However, if Tony's at fault for not playing Bryce Eldridge, I will revisit Tony Vitello.
I think he's just put in a bad spot. I mean, I don't think Buster did him any favors by giving him a lack of roster and then throwing a brand new manager in there, and then you're just rolling the dice, and hopefully everyone just has a career year, for the new manager. But I mean, it's just not the case.
It's not.
So I throw a lot on Buster. I mean, he's the president of operation. I mean,
I do too.
You make the calls. I mean,
listen, Buster is my favorite Giants player ever. It doesn't mean he has to be my favorite Pobo ever either. So yes, I'm not going to put Tony Vitello on here though. The last one, who I think is mostly at fault here, above everyone else, are the players. I have Matt Chapman, who's hitting 200 with one home run. Despicable. And making errors while barking at the best player on our team earlier this year.
Catch the effing ball.
Yeah. And he can't catch the ball or field the ball or throw the ball. So
hit the ball.
Ready to cut him or hit the ball. Ready to cut him. I have Willy Adames, who's out here talking to the other team while standing on second base and forgetting how many outs there are while making $100+ million. And that opposing team is the Dodgers. I don't even know why he's talking to them. I don't understand. I don't get it.
See, I'm more of an old school guy to where, like, if you screwed up, you got pulled out.
That's what I think too, and that's where I could blame Tony.
You got benched immediately, not like at the at the change of the inning or after you get the innings over. But I mean, if someone's not focused, and trust me, there's someone that's not focused right now that we'll talk about. But I mean, I'm old school though, so I mean, if you forget how many outs there are, or if you don't do what you're supposed to, or don't hit the cutoff man, or whatever it is, and you're a major leaguer, you are a major league baseball player. Okay, you are the 1%. So if you forget how many outs, or you forget what position or where you're supposed to go, I'm yanking your shit off the field right then, right now. Set an example for everyone. And that's the same thing if you're not running hard 90, you're not getting another at bat that game. I don't care who you are.
I agree.
I'm not going to embarrass you in the dugout because there's cameras all over the place. But you know what? There's going to be a quick conversation of, go ahead, take the rest of the day off. And if you want to have a follow-up conversation, go to the tunnel and go to the clubhouse and have that full conversation. I don't think it should be in the dugout just because of all the cameras. I think that's a bad look. But I do think, I mean, I'm saying if Devers doesn't run full 90, I'm yanking your ass out. And that's where Tony, I mean, he's a college coach. College coaches are different than major league coaches on that shit because all they do is expect you to hustle. They expect you to run off the field, run onto the field. You're running 90. You are always hustling. And you can't teach that. That's right. I mean, that's just a thing. And so if you're not running 90, you're sitting. I want to see more of that shit. That's what I want to see.
I agree. And I wanted Willie benched that game and the next game after he did it. But he's at fault too. And then Rafi, I'm glad you brought it up. He is our best hitter. I praise him constantly. But Jesus Christ, if I see him not run down first base one more time, I will lose my mind. He makes $30 million plus a year. It is unacceptable.
And that's why I brought his name up, because I saw one of his at-bats.
It happened yesterday.
He was just kind of trotting down, and I'm like, what the hell are we doing?
Yeah, it happened yesterday. It was a pop-up, and the Chicago White Sox can't catch a pop-up in San Francisco, by the way. But it was a pop-up. They dropped another pop-up, and Rafi Devers gets thrown out because he's not hustling, because he's dicking around. And it's not even a Rafi thing. I see it throughout the whole MLB, my team included.
No, absolutely.
It's disgusting.
Absolutely.
It shouldn't be happening. I'll tell you what. There's a guy who you hated watching him, but I never had to worry about him going all out. Never.
EB or HP?
HP. I never had to worry about it ever. He was constantly 1,000% going all out every single day. Every single day. And I loved him for it, and I'll love him for it forever, because it was a culture. It was a demand. He demanded it from everyone else, and everyone expected it from him. And that is, if you're nursing an injury, that's different. If we're down the season and we need Rafi to hit, but he's got a bad hammy or something like that, fine. Don't run out. I don't want you running. Fine. Whatever. But if we're in May and we're terrible. We are the worst team in the league. I firmly believe that. There is no reason you can't hustle out for 90 feet. None. I'll never understand it. So, yeah, those are the top one of who I think is at fault, the players. Because
it should be automatic, because I mean, one, you're putting major pressure on the defense, because I mean, that's an easy bobble or bad throw or whatever. I mean, if you're busting 90, and it's only 90 feet. Okay, it's not like we're talking home plate to the foul pole. You're talking 90 feet. Just sprint it down 90 as fast as you can and put pressure on the other team.
And it's not like you're spending the entire day running or catching. No. If you're a catcher, I can kind of give you some credit. If you're a catcher, you kind of need to save your legs. Your legs are probably exhausted anyways. I can be a little more, I still think you should run, but I can be a little more lenient on it. But it's not like we're playing soccer or basketball. Run. It's the only time you have to run.
Yeah.
So, yeah, players, for whatever's going on this year and what will continue to go on for the rest of the year and years going on, it's the players at the end of the day. And as much as I blame Buster for a lot of things, Buster made shit happen. What we demanded from him was to sign big guy, make the big signings, get the big names. He did it. It hasn't worked out, and it's because the players. Simple as that. So I'm done.
All right. So mine, I mean, as much hate as I gave Hunter Pence and Eric Burns, but it's more because of I wish I had those guys on my team kind of, shit. Because you're right. They just hustled. No matter, you never had to yell at them, or you never had to not expect that they were going to go 100%.
Nope.
They were just going to go 100%. They can stretch a single into a double. They're already thinking double. If it's somewhat in between in the gap, they're already thinking double, where most people are just trotting down first base, cutting it off, and then just, putting, fence post right there and just, staying there. But, guys like that, I mean, again, it's just more pressure on the defense. If that ball gets away or if it gets bobbled, you get in a second. And then you could be on second with no outs,
But it's not even changing it from a game perspective. It's just a mentality for the team.
It's just, but I think it's habit. I think it's culture. And it's not just the Giants. It's every team.
It's all around where nobody hustles.
I see it. But I would just expect more, though, from a college level coach going into the majors. on bringing that culture in.
I don't disagree with you, to be fair, but I just don't think the blame is on him. I'm not ready to put any blame on Tony because I think Tony has inherited a horrific situation.
True. I mean, yeah. And it's Tony too. It's like, it's kind of like college basketball coaches going to the NBA. I mean, now you're talking about NBA. I mean, are you really coaching them, or are they doing what they're going to do? I mean,
Exactly, as we're seeing.
is Matt Chapman really going to listen to Tony Vitello? If Tony says, "Hey, Chapman, run 90," what's Matt Chapman, who's a veteran that's been in the league, 13 plus years, what's he's going to be like? What? I don't
Yeah.
run 90.
And I don't know who's making the lineup card
Yeah.
because sometimes higher ups will make the lineup card for you, right?
Yeah.
Over the manager. So I don't know who's making the lineup card. I'm assuming it's not just Tony. But if it is just Tony, then he will be talked about. I can assure you of that.
All right. So while we're sticking with baseball, your boy Kyle Harris, who is 5-1 right now, and I saw it firsthand this week. Good God, I don't know how he ever got let go from two teams, because what he's doing with the Brewers right now, I mean, he's throwing high 90s, left-hander, and just, he's got the big curveball slider. I mean, dude, he was untouchable. We could not touch him.
Nobody
could not touch him.
I know.
So, Giants had him, whatever they did, I don't know. And then the Red Sox get him kind of as tossing for Devers, right? And then they just flip him to the Brewers.
It wasn't even a tossing, dude. I think that was like their big trip.
Was that their big one?
Yeah, at the time, that was our big guy.
But I mean, what are the Red Sox doing? I mean, we've talked about the whole Bregman Devers thing and all that, squall, but then you get Harris, and then you just flip him for something else, and you send him to, Milwaukee, and then he just shines. It's like,
dude, he's gonna be an all-star.
Dude, he looked like freaking Cy Young.
He might win a Cy Young. Who knows?
I mean,
dude?
Good God, dude.
What about the Brewers?
So,
Jesus.
All right, here's my thing. So, Major League Baseball, most runners left on base. Chicago Cubs at 396, Pittsburgh Pirates 370, Mariners at 358, Guardians at 355, and Astros at 355. Okay, which is left on base. I mean, 396. So there's good and bad. All right, there's good because at least you're getting runners on base, right? So you're putting pressure and everyone's getting on. But now no one can get a hit with anyone in base, or no one can play any type of small ball or, situational hitting. Major League Baseball, most runners left on base. Ian App, 107. Nolan Schnall, 104. Alex Bregman, who we're paying $35 million, 103. Tyler Soderstrom, 101. Colson Montgomery, 97. Seiya Suzuki, 96. Michael Busch, 93. So out of the top 7, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So,
yeah.
And I mean, we've lost 8 in a row. We were the number 1 team in baseball there for a couple weeks, and now we are a dead shit team. And finally, Craig changes the lineup. And finally, he's given some guys some days off, which I think were needed a while ago. Like today, he gave Ian Happ a day off. We called up a couple rookies or a couple AAA guys that have been just killing it down in AAA. I think he needs to do that with Bregman. I think he needs to do it with Swanson. I think he needs to do it with Nico, because Nico's dropping all the way down to, I think he's like 258 right now, when he was up to 300.
Is he 258?
Yeah.
In fact, it was 272 or
something.
So,
I mean, he is 259. Yeah. So he's been 259. Michael Busch, 229. Alex Bregman, 250. Ian Happ, 214. Seiya Suzuki, 261. Conforto, who's just had a huge hot streak, but I mean, he's probably our number 1 hitter right now, 311. Amaya, 247. Ballesteros, 241. Carson Kelly, 289. Pico Armstrong, 228. Dansby Swanson, 187.
Yeah.
Okay. This is against the Astros. We lost 4-2. Left on base, 11 runners left on base. Runners in scoring with team with runners in scoring position, 0 for 9. And you lose by 2 runs. 0 for 9. So you had 9 runners in scoring position and you can't get anything in. So and then finally Craig has changed the lineup around. But I think that needed to have been done a week and a half ago. I don't know why he stuck with it this long. As soon as we started losing, 2-3 games, there needed to be some type of rest, relaxation, shake up. So, but finally he did it. So
It
hopefully
shouldn't take an 8-game skid to get you to
no. So
move it around.
So yesterday we had 3 hits, 3 walks, runners in scoring position, 0 for 0. Left on base, we only had 3 left on base because that's the 3 walks. So our offense that was great for a couple weeks, for three weeks or whatever, has just gone putrid, absolutely putrid. And they're not hurt, or at least I don't think they're hurt. Pitching staff is a different story. Every one of those guys are hurt, but the fielders, I mean, you got to. I don't know what you do, but Bregman can't be hitting, paying that much. I mean, Ian Happ and Dansby Swanson, you can't be hitting 187.
I agree. That's nasty.
Ian Happ's our home run leader with 10 home runs, though. So I mean, it's hard to. And he's a Gold Glover, so I see that. I mean, I get it because it's tougher. Do you sit your Gold Glover who has 10 home runs, but then is batting shit and leaving the most guys on base, or what do you do? But I think you just got to shake it up. And then PCA, you had a horrible week. First of all, you start off with you should have caught that fly ball with the White Sox, but then getting into it with a female fan and calling her the B word and telling her to suck your appendage is probably not the right thing to do as a male or as a sports athlete. So, and I think that, and he got fined for it, but I think that has just snowballed. And I think mentally he needs some time off. He needs some days off. So, because he had 2 bad errors this week too. He dropped a fly ball, and then he let a in the park home run go right underneath his glove, and so 3-run score on that. So he's just mentally he's out of it. So
while hitting 220.
You brought up the Jaguar, Kevin Alcantara, that was tearing up. He's got 15 home runs. Give PCA a few days off. Let him clear his head. Let him, deal with the, off the field stuff or whatever that, that you created, But I mean, Craig's got to do something. I mean, you can't just wait until they all snap out of it and hope they snap out of it, because by then you're going to be 10 games back. So that's my rant for the Chicago Cubs. That's just, I'm sure I could keep going on, but I won't, just for everyone's sake. So
listen, I mean, you guys won a 20 game in a row, damn near, it seems like, and that's what's kept you at this place. But there's not a whole lot of difference, really, if you look at it, between your players and my players in terms of performance, right? Like,
if we didn't have those 2 10-game winning streaks, we'd be right there with you.
You have $100 million man playing shortstop who's hitting a buck with a couple home runs, who probably shouldn't be playing every day, realistically. You got young kid in center field who's making good chunk of change right now,
who just got paid.
He had a good 80 games in his entire career. You have veterans who aren't performing at the level that you're in. Sketchy territory, but I still think you guys will be fine.
I think the division is weak enough to where we'll be fine, but I mean, that's not a playoff team. If that team gets in, it's not going far. There's no way, especially in the playoffs when scoring is crucial. Absolutely not. Be done in the
No,
first series.
I
So
agree.
you're just prolonging your vacation. So
Yeah.
you need some starting pitching, but I don't know what you. The problem is that you need starting pitching. So who do you go? Freddie Peralta would be the number one. Sandy Alcantara would be another one. But I mean, what are you going to give up? You're going to have to give up probably Matt Shaw. You're probably going to have to give up, Kevin Alcantara. I don't want to give up Jackson Wiggins because he's a pitcher. So that doesn't really make sense to give up a pitcher to get a pitcher, unless if it's like a Jordan Wicks or a Javi Assad or something like that. But I mean, yeah, I really don't want to give up a Matt Shaw just because you don't know what I don't think they're going to re-sign Ian Happ next year. I don't think they're going to re-sign Suzuki next year. So those two are going to be gone. So you're going to have to replace those two somewhere. You got Dansby. I mean, I think you need a Matt Shaw just because Bregman, I mean, you don't know what you're doing with Bregman right now. He's lost. Dansby's lost. Nico's probably playing too much because now he's dropping. So, I mean, they need some days off. So they need a Matt Shaw right now. But now he's on the IL with a sore back. But I don't think he should be a trade candidate. But they're going to end up trading him, and we'll see. So
you just got to make it worth it.
But we need starting pitching. Problem is, I want Freddie Peralta, but I don't want him for 2.5 months because you're going to give up a shit ton of people for 2.5 months of
Same
Freddie
thing with
Peralta.
Sandy, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's just if it's a Logan Webb and you're going to give up a bunch of people, then that's fine. At least you got him for a few more years.
What about Skubal?
We don't have enough. We don't have enough.
Would then you give up Matt Shaw?
Even if you throw Matt Shaw, Alcantara, Jackson Wiggins, if you throw 5 of the top farm and maybe an Ian Happ and a Seiya in there too, I don't think that's gonna.
But let's say it would.
Skubal.
Let's say they would. Would you?
For 2.5 months of Skubal?
And first bid?
First bid, I don't think that matters.
He's gonna go to the market regardless. He's not gonna you're not gonna sign him right there, but you'll talk to him first.
I hate just 2.5 months because you don't know. I mean, one, he's on the injured list right now, so how do you know that doesn't come back?
Dude, he's already about to come back, dude. He's already throwing bullpens.
I say no, but that's just me.
Okay. Fair.
I just don't think that builds for the future. Because once he walks in 2.5 months and you've just lost, 8 guys, it's like, okay, now what do you do?
So no, I agree. You know what team will trade for him because they just lost their big left-handed pitcher? Yeah, great. Should be fun.
But they got the assets to do it, though. I mean, they've got,
I just don't know how, dude.
I don't know how either.
Anyways, continue.
So that's all I got. So, makes you wonder. All right. Do you have anything?
I actually don't.
If not, I do.
I actually don't really have anything.
Okay. We're going to go political.
Well, actually, before we do, makes you gotta be better. Did we want to raise Jackson Dart? Maybe.
Oh yeah, I forgot about
great look for a guy who plays for a team based in New Jersey and New York, both blue state.
And you're QB1 too.
QB1.
So I mean, you're kind of the leader of that team, so to speak, right?
And it's not like respectfully
you might not be captain, but I mean,
respectfully, Jackson Dart, you haven't done shit in the league. So what are you trying to do right now?
Yeah, when you have a bunch of football players, obviously there's a ton of non-white football players in the league, right?
Yeah.
So whatever political, side they fall on or whatever. Yeah, I mean, I'm with you. I don't know if I do that.
But it's not even like the race aspect. What about your city?
Yeah, I mean, he's in a blue city. I just, yeah, I mean, it's just, I didn't think it was a good
I
look.
thought it was baffling,
I,
to be fair.
I did not think it was a good look. So, but all right, and we've kind of pondered about this if we should go political or not on some of these topics on Makes It Wonder, but I'm just going to go with it. So, 1 in 4 Americans think Trump assassination attempts were fake, the survey says. Okay. Um, Many Americans believe gun related incidents at Trump events were staged. Okay. Um, what what do you think? And I'm going to give you a couple instances. So, like the one in Pennsylvania where he got his ear shot.
Mm-hmm.
One, there's never been a where's the medical report that shows that he was actually shot by a bullet? Because if you, I just find it hard to believe if you're shot in the ear, how do you still have an ear left from a high caliber round? Okay. Now, could it have been a fragment of something else that got hit and maybe that hit his ear? Yes, but that's not being reported. They're saying that he was shot. But if you look at his ear now, his ear looks just fine and like it's intact. So, are they playing that to, for,
It was
he,
convenient timing.
the hero and, it always falls when something to take away from something and then this kind of happens and then like the Iran war right now and everything else that's going on or like the Epstein files and now all of a sudden there's this stage there's this White House correspondent dinner and what does that promote? It promotes his ballroom at the White House. So you know is it is it I mean what do you I mean 1 in 4 believe it was fake. What do you think?
I think it's the timing has been awfully convenient. I think uh, I think we have a government that is hard to believe is truthful in anything that they do. And if it came out that it was all a hoax, it would not shock me in the least. Say that. Would not shock me more than the actual attempts. Or it would shock me more than no, it would not shock me more than the actual attempts, I guess. I don't know how to phrase that, but essentially, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
Because he's pushing for the ballroom. He's pushing, that the taxpayers need to pay for the ballroom. The White House needs the ballroom. Americans needs the ballroom. No one wants the ballroom. No one gives a shit about the ballroom because it doesn't affect everyone's daily lives. Like it doesn't affect your life or it doesn't affect my life if there's a ballroom or not in the East Wing. I'm gonna live my life tomorrow just the same way I would have yesterday with
Well,
or without the ballroom.
doesn't
So
positively affect our lives. I would say it negatively does because what do you mean taxpayers have to pay for that? I thought
yeah.
my taxes were going towards something that was supposed to better the country.
And how does a ballroom better the country?
I think that's the
Doesn't, right?
big, great debate, isn't it?
Kind of like how does the reflecting pond, you know, how does that, better the country? And, you're going to spend $13 million on a reflecting pond,
I have no idea. It's pretty
Um,
comical.
but I mean, the whole staging of and then there's pictures of like Trump sitting in the background and just, him being talked to like right before. And it's just, it, it fits. I mean, I see why people are skeptical, and it definitely makes me wonder. You know, is
Well,
it staged?
anytime there's assassination attempts or anything, especially on presidents, there's always conspiracies tied to it, right?
Yeah.
Conspiracy tied to not not to put them in the same breath, but Lincoln, Kennedy, Trump, other presidents who've had attempts on their lives. There's always conspiracies surrounding it for good reason, and that goes to show how little we really trust our government, right?
Yeah.
So,
Sure. So, no matter where you fall, I mean, that could be Republican or Democrat. It's just 1 in 4 Americans.
to be fair, we didn't get that political in that. We didn't really
No,
express our views. To be fair,
I
not
tried to
really.
I tried to stay somewhat neutral. I mean,
Listen, I will happily imply what my view is. But to be fair, if we're appealing to the audience, we didn't express our personal views, apart from a stupid ass ballroom. But maybe that is an expression of our personal views.
Well,
the views. So.
And then there's another one that I'll save for another segment. Again, you question it, so that kind of defines you on which side you're on it. So, like people they're gonna know which side we're on just because we're questioning on if it's a hoax or not, right?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, all right. That's all I'll say about that. So makes you wonder: are the assassinations real or staged? Look it up. So, all right. Anything else?
No.
All right, guys. This was hour and 20 some. So, by next time, what are we at next time?
Next time we'll be done with the French
June
Open, or wrapping up.
7th.
Well,
Yeah.
No, just about done with the French Open.
NBA Finals will be
in full swing.
Yeah.
Actually,
maybe not even done, right?
NBA Finals? No, I think. Well, it just depends on what happens.
Yeah.
Actually, I forgot to say. No. Well, yeah. Anyways, yeah. Yeah. Sorry, I thought I was gonna make an announcement, but yeah.
Oh. And then MLB, I'm sure we'll be talking about whether some teams traded some people or some teams pulled their head out of their ass or whatever, or some teams just got buried worse than they were today. So, all right, guys, that's all we got. Get us on wherever you listen to podcasts, and don't forget we are on YouTube. So if you want to see our smiling faces, check us out on YouTube, and then we'll also do a couple questionnaires. So, all right, guys, peace out.